Congratulations on your wedding, your beautiful wife. What's like the last 2 weeks been for you?
Oh, it's been an incredible 2 weeks. My friend Charlie Kirk told me the smartest thing I'll ever do is get married.
The house had come to order.
He was right. It was an incredible wedding. I have an incredible wife. And, she's actually Latina. So it actually makes sense for me to be here at this event now. I'm German and Polish by roots, but, I love the Latino people and I married one. So, it's been an incredible 2 weeks here. And we just got back from my honeymoon. I got back this morning because I wanted to be back for this event.
Alex, you're a guy that we're all learning from, that you've touched some magic buttons that helped the president do what happened. He constantly thanks and credits you, but obviously other candidates are looking at what you did about that. Young people, social media. What is it that as you look back and dissect your successes, that you can say this is a path forward?
Well, I get a lot of credit, but President Trump is a cheat code. He's the coolest person I think that has lived in modern history, and he made my job really easy. When you put Donald Trump's face on a social media post, it automatically goes viral. And so I get all the credit. Alex Bruesewitz is a genius with social media, but in reality, it was him. He's kind of the magic. But a lot of candidates can learn from him. He's authentic. He's real. He has had an exciting life outside of politics. I think the American public are sick of the career politicians who have done really nothing else outside of running for office. And so President Trump has been so accomplished in so many different aspects of his life. And he's never lost his authenticity. And I think that's so important. And authenticity comes across in social media content every time you post. And so a lot of politicians don't have that authenticity. And I think that's why they don't perform as well. But if you can channel that, you're going to do very well.
And tell us about that. He always reminds us he's not a politician. And when you see the playing field with him, the creativity that you're coming up with, tell us about like how that hits you and how you're able to channel it and use it, especially getting out those young voters.
Well, turning out the young voters has never been something that Republicans could do. But Donald Trump, but also turning out Hispanic voters wasn't something Republicans can do. And look, we have 1,000 people here at Mar-a-Lago on a Tuesday night celebrating, the Hispanic conservative movement, and it's incredible. And so President Trump is a larger than life figure, and it's very important that the Republican Party, look, you can't replace Donald Trump. There's not going to be another Donald Trump. But what you can do is you can carry on his message and his agenda and fight for it every single day. That will give you a fighting chance. But unfortunately, we have a lot of Republicans that still don't really understand that. And so they fight against us on a lot of issues. But it's very important that you deliver President Trump's agenda if Republicans want to be successful moving forward.
And wrapping up, you've been giving a lot of thought for the midterms, of some of your creative, some of what you're going to do on social media. How are you going to position things to continue the energy that you've created?
Well, Donald Trump is going to be the center point of our messaging, what he's done, what he's been through. What we're not going to let happen is let the radical left lunatics get back in power so they can impeach Trump for the last 2 years of his presidency. That's not going to happen. And, they're going to reverse everything that Trump is doing. They're going to reverse all the great economic policies he's putting in place. They're going to fight us on the border. They're going to fight us on foreign policy. We can't let these lunatics get back in charge. And so it's going to be a great contrast. Do you want to have a continuation of the greatest first year of a presidency in modern history, or do you want to go back to what we had under Biden? And so that's to be the message. It's to be a great contrast this midterms, and I think the American people will overwhelmingly support the president and the Republican Party in November.